Hello and welcome to today's video where we'll be checking out the new endgame mode, Anomaly Arbitration, and we'll be comparing how 3 different E6S5 characters fare against each other. So first up, we'll be using Castorice over here. So this game mode is extremely shield towards Castorice. So spoilers, Castorice does 0 cycle this. My team comp is E6S5 Castorice, E1S1 Hyacine, E0S1 Evernight, and E1S1 Tribbie. So after playing around for like 1 hour trying to get the least amount of action value used, there are some things that you need to take note of in this boss fight. First off, refilling Castorice out is extremely important to get a multiple action advance from her E2. So you need to time your healing and your skills like when the dragon is not up so that you can start refilling the energy bar. You do not want to use any of your skills when the dragon is up. So make sure you explode the dragon first, then use Tribbie's out or use Evernight's ultimate or use Hyacine's ultimate. And the ordering is pretty important as well. Like you do not want to use Hyacine's ultimate when the jellyfish is not up. So you will want Dodge to summon a jellyfish and then use Hyacine's ultimate. So this popped up several times during my runs where Hyacine's ultimate is ready but the jellyfish is not up yet. So if Dodge is going up in like the next few action value, it might be worth, waiting to summon a jellyfish and then use Hyacine's ultimate for the additional healing towards summoning Castorice's next dragon. Do know that this team comp is full of remembrance characters, so you can easily trigger Lygus form switch by summoning Mammal Sprites to max out the counter for this space. So we're just gonna generate more and more healing by using all characters here. Tribbie out, 96%, and a damage from the enemy, and 100%. So here you can see that we trigger his switch into dark mode before he even summons his second set of minions. And there are also some scenarios where Lygus targets both of your units here. And you're gonna pray that he targets Castorice, but that's not gonna be the case every time. So sometimes he'll target, for example, Hyacine and Dodge. And when that happens, you want to summon a jellyfish first as usual. So you wanna use Dodge's ultimate first and then Hyacine's ultimate to capitalize on the value there. You know that if he targets Castorice while the dragon is out, Castorice's gauge will still fill up to 100%. That thing will instantly summon another dragon after exploding the current one. So you're gonna be gambling a little bit throughout the fight. Since the teammate Lygus chooses for the ultimate recharge is random, you just gotta hope that Lygus targets Castorice, and if you're not strong enough, this could be a deal breaker between clearing and not clearing, since the additional Castorice ultimates are very significant here. So back to the game plan. Heal up everyone. 69%, nice. Heroica, summon a jellyfish. Explode it, and we get 100%. Now we hold Hyacine's ultimate until the dragon is gone, so that we can refill the energy gauge to the next dragon. Sometimes you get things like this where Hyacine and Tribbie are targeted instead, and they can't really synergize with each other, and the goddamn dragon is already up. So using their ultimate here is kind of a waste. You're not generating any value towards the next dragon. So here I decided to save Hyacine's ultimate, and also Tribbie's ultimate. I do not want to consume it, I want to save the energy towards the next ultimate, so I can resummon the dragon ASAP. So we're exploding the dragon here. Then Hyacine out. Heal up everyone. The jellyfish is too far away to be ready, so we're ignoring that for now. Because Dodge is like 67 action values away. And the ult is not up anyway. There we go. Summon a dragon. And we save the ultimates there. Don't Tribbie out. Don't march out. Explode the dragon as usual. There's a E2S1 Castorice, or rather E6S5 Castorice. You always want to explode the dragon. There's no point keeping it at all. And here you can see the Hyacine is coming right out. And she got stunned, goddammit. Tribbie out, Dodge out. 91%, 98%, explode the jellyfish 100%. And that's more than enough. 0 cycle easily. Next, we have E6S5 Saber. So I try keeping the team comps the same. Like we have Tribbie and Hyacine still. And they are two of the strongest characters right now in the game. You can pair them with any characters, to be honest. So here we brought in our trusty old Sunday. It's E0S1 here. As usual here, just play your typical Saber build. But over here you can do something real interesting. You can make use of Saber's action advance along with Sunday's action advance. And over here you'll see that she'll do like 3 Excaliburs back to back. There's a first Excalibur. I hold for that one, I do a normal enhanced attack, and then I Excalibur again. And it's still her turn, she does another enhanced attack. And then she gets another action advance from her talents because she has enough energy for the next Excalibur. There's the third Excalibur. Instantly clearing the first 2 mobs and going straight into Lygus. So now we just go our usual game plan. Building damage with Tribbie, Hyacine, and building up stacks for the next Excalibur. So one thing you need to take note of with playing Saber here is that her Excalibur has a massive bounce damage. Meaning the more targets there on the field, the lesser damage it will do. Because it will be bouncing across all the targets instead. So you kinda wanna use her Excalibur during the day phase over here, whereas there's lesser minions. As you enter the dark phase, there's always 4 minions on the board, no matter what. So over here, before he spawns the next set of minions, I'm gonna use my Excalibur here to maximize on the damage value. Even though he does gain a 50% stacking vulnerability debuff on switching, it is still not worth it. Because the bounce damage is just distributed way too much across all the targets. I enter the dark phase here. So continuing the game plan, just building up the stacks. He targeted Saber here is amazing, dude. So 3 Excalibur here basically. Excalibur. And enhance basic attack for the AoE damage to try and kill off as many mobs as possible. So we're really good on skill points as well, because of how much skill points that Saber herself can generate for the entire team. In combination with Sunday's S1, it'll be pretty much skill point neutral unless you're spamming skill on Tribbie and Hyacine like non-stop. I do this here. Refill up Excalibur. Shoot another Excalibur. I do it one more time to damage all the minions and try to enter the phase switch, which we didn't manage to do it. So I gotta wait for the next turn over here. Now we're back to daytime. So remember, you wanna try an Excalibur during daytime so that you can maximize on the bounce attacks here. Sunday action advance. Break him here. Action advance from talent. Refill up the energy. With enhanced skill and Excalibur on a single target for maximum damage. I summon his minions. So I'm gonna attempt to try to kill off the 2 minions here and fire off another Excalibur before the phase switch. Enhance basic attack here. Sunday advance. Sunday out for more energy. And hopefully that's enough for another Excalibur. Tribbie out. Normal skill here. Get action advance from her talent. There we go. Refuel Excalibur. And another single target Excalibur for the maximum bounce damage. And of course, a E6 double Excalibur. And we go to the next phase again. So same game plan is almost dead. So 1 or 2 more Excalibur should seal the deal here. Ah, it didn't land on Saber. That's too bad, but it should be doable. Gotta do with the hand that we dealt with here. Build up the stacks. A little bit more, come on. Alright, give the course to Saber using Hyacine's ultimate. And that should action advance Saber. And another call from Tribbie. And Saber action advances from her talent. Free up her burst here. And Excalibur to seal the deal here. And that's a 1 cycle clear from E6S5 Saber. So for our dear good old companion E6S5 Acheron here, I've tried several team comps and this was the one that I settled with. He also kept with the consistent teammates of E1S1 Tribbie and E1S1 Hyacine. So I only changed out the supports here. And it's also the one that I felt that worked the best. Like Tribbie and E2 Silver Wolf with S1 Cypher Light Clone. So with Silver Wolf E2 on the team, every single attack from say Tribbie's normal attack, Tribbie's follow-up attack, Tribbie's ultimate generates a ton of stacks. Like holy! Like a lot of stacks from the follow-up attacks. Hyacine's normal attack and Little Ika as well, assuming you don't have his S1. Everything here would generate 1 stack for Acheron, no matter what. So you can see that my Acheron is getting her stacks back up real quick. So my Silver Wolf here is running Eagle 4-piece in order to get as many turns as possible to apply more debuffs and also generate skill points for the team. So I've tried many team comps for Acheron here. I tried Jiao Chu. I felt like he didn't generate as many stacks, considering we're going against the time here as well. We can't dilly-dally and let our enemy take their turns here. If Hyacine's ultimate is already up, we just normal attack with Hyacine. And Little Ika attacks. That's like 2 stacks for Acheron. So Tribbie generates 3 stacks, and Little Ika generates 2 stacks. That's just a lot of stacks in total. So we'll be using Silver Wolf's skill to implant Lightning Weakness, since Lygus does not have Lightning Weakness. And Silver Wolf does provide like much more damage increase than Jiao Chu here as well, because of the Anomaly Arbitration buff, which gives 40% defense ignore on your ultimate. So if you didn't know, stacking defense ignore is an exponential damage increase, meaning the higher you stack it, the more damage increase you get, compared to other stats where you get diminishing values. So Silver Wolf here with S1 Cypher Light Cone plus the Anomaly Arbitration buff, it pretty much gives you 100% defense ignore. I felt that it's way better than what Jiao Chu does, like in this game mode at least. We're using Acheron with E1 Tribbie here. The playstyle is also a little different compared to say Saber's playstyle just now. You always want to use Acheron's ultimate when there is 5 enemies on the board in order to get the maximum value out of Tribbie's E1. Where the damage dealt to each target is funneled into the highest HP targets. So if you're hitting 5 targets, you're getting 24% times 5 extra damage onto the highest HP targets. So generally, you want to Acheron out in the second phase, the dark phase, where there's always 4 minions on the board no matter what. if you have to Acheron out during the day mode, you might want to wait for him to spawn more minions before using Acheron's ultimate, assuming that you're not gonna, overcap on the stacks here. But if you're gonna overcap on stacks, then I think it's still better to just Acheron out irregardless. Another thing to note is the debuffs do stay throughout the entire fight. There's no like cleansing or debuffs on form switch, or cleansing the debuff on phase 2, phase 3, whatever here. Lygus debuff just stays all the way, as long as it doesn't run out. So this team also isn't as skill point heavy as say a Sparkle, Bronya or Sunday team, since you're not like using 2 skill points per turn, actually advancing Acheron and then using Acheron's skill after. Here you're just using Acheron's skill 1 time most of the time. You'll only be using Tribbie's skill like once every 3 turns, and you're also spending a skill point for Hyacine most of the time. I do the phase switch here, so we repeat the game plan here, just keep on generating stacks. So double attack from Hyacine. Hyacine, little Ika, there's 2 stacks. Refuel the rockets again. Just skill here. But we don't want to out here yet. We want to wait for him to summon the minions, which are coming in 1 action value from now. Actually, I advance Silver Wolf for the Eagle 4 piece. That's a misplay because I do miss a few stacks here. Now Acheron ultimate here, and 3 targets. And rebuild up everything again. Look at the stack generation. And Acheron is out is back up again, and I'm not gonna use it. I'll be waiting for the form switch, which is coming in next turn, right over here. Now we're on Dark Phase again. There is 4 minions on the board, and then we ultimate. We capitalize on Tribbie's E1 effect. And Zygo will target 2 units now, and unfortunately he did not target Acheron. However, that is fine, as using ultimate on other allies here will trigger Tribbie's follow-up attack, which would still generate stacks for Acheron. Use the ultimate here, trigger Tribbie's rocket for additional stack. Over here, I heal little Ika because I want to try and take down the minions there. They are all very low on health. And I killed none of them. You're way too thick. But here I will do an Acheron skill, hoping to take down some of them, so that I can use the ultimate on the full HP minion instead. So I can work towards the next form switch. So big damage here against 5 enemies with Tribbie's E1. It is, however, already 2 cycles. So over here, I'm trying to see if I can kill any of those low HP minions, which I don't think I can. So I might just hit Lygus here. You go 4 piece. Acheron now is back up. I'm gonna try and kill that 1 low HP minion there. So I'm gonna try and heal Hyacine here for the additional damage for Little Ika. And go! And we did it. Now we ultimate on Acheron and try to kill all 4 of them here to trigger the form switch, which is unfortunately not enough still. But that's okay though, because this is still the dark phase. You can do the maximum damage from Acheron's ultimate.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Silver Wolf out. Ensure you're not overcapping on Acheron. Gotta take note that each time you do an ultimate, you're gonna get a Tribbie rocket as well. Meaning it's 2 stacks. Not the usual 1 stack. And over here, we're back to the day phase. But he's almost dead. So 1 more Acheron out will seal the deal here. So I just get 4 more stacks here. So normal attacking with Hyacine will give me 1 additional stack. Normal attack plus Little Ika. Because due to Silver Wolf's E2, Hyacine's normal attack would also apply a debuff. That's 2 stacks right there. And Tribbie out, another stack. With normal attack here for the last stack. And Acheron heals. After so many tries, this is the best I could get with my E6S5 Acheron here. I tried using Jiaoqiu, but the best he could do was clearing in, say, around 3 cycles. He was consistently clearing in 4 cycles. Whereas for Silver Wolf Tribbie, it just worked way better, because you're also getting many ultimates from Lygus throughout the fight, which in turn triggers Tribbie's rocket for even more debuffs. So could E2 Silver Wolf replace Jiaoqiu? It might. It might. If you're wondering if I could clear the 173 million HP version of Lygus with my exact same Castorice team con, where there's only 1 E6 character, a E1S1 Hyacine, E1S1 Tribbie, and an E0S1 Darch. Yep, I barely cleared it. It was pretty much the same thing throughout the entire battle, the only difference being way thicker enemies and more than double the total battle duration from 5 minutes to 12 minutes.